Hi, this is John Gilbert for Rod and Custom, and we're here live. It's a little after 7 a.m., about 7:11 or so, California time. We're on the third day of our build for Speedway Motors. It's to celebrate their 65th anniversary, founded in Lincoln, Nebraska in 1952 by Speedy Bill Smith. Anyways, we're using Speedway Motors chassis. This is a bolt-together chassis. And this is the third day of the build. We might have this truck finished up maybe in 5 days. It'll be a short week. No, it's not promises, maybe. I mean, we have 7 days. We have 7 days for a week and, maybe 5 days. All goes well. It's been going pretty good so far. 1952 Chevy pickup with 1951 doors. Somewhere along the line, this truck had the doors changed. These things wear out. Doors wear out. It's still pretty easy to find doors for these trucks. Speedway tilt steering column went in on Monday, first day. Vintage air conditioning. And then yesterday, the brakes were plumbed. The brakes have been bled. Disc brakes, IFS front end, Mustang 2 style, Speedway Motors. This front will bolt onto a stock Chevy AD chassis. Use two bolt holes that are there, 2 holes that are on any Chevy AD chassis. And then it comes with steel templates you bolt in place, and that's all your holes to drill. Patricia Cunningham. It's going pretty good. We're getting ready to put the transmission onto the engine and then drop the engine into the chassis. Got the brakes. All the plumbing was done yesterday and got the brakes bled up. Cody just shared the video. Thank you very much. Okay. This is about an hour early. It's about 8 a.m. California time when things actually start, but we're in here just kind of gearing up to start on the build. It's a performance automatic 4L60E transmission. Went with a 460 instead of a 480/85. Bell housing's larger on a 4L80 or 85E, either one. The 60, it's smaller in size. It's more compact, like a 200 R4, and it fits into the tunnel of an old Chevy pickup real good. Here's the transmission controller, 4L60, and then it has shift points are adjustable and converter lock-up, low, high, all things like that. And that's the wiring harness, and everything's labeled. It's pretty straightforward. Same thing with the wiring harness. There's a ton of wires that come off the brain that runs this thing, but everything's labeled and they all plug in, and no 2 plugs are the same, so you can't put the wrong plug in the wrong hole. Running Hooker cast iron exhaust manifolds. They're ceramic coated. And then for the serpentine belt system, this is a vintage air front runner. ATI super dampener for the harmonic balancer dampener on this thing. And that alternator is it's well over 100 amp alternator, probably 130, 140 amp alternator. It's a Chevrolet performance engine, 6.2 liters or 376 cubic inches. It's 430 horsepower. And let's see. Okay, the film crew's starting to come in. Let's see here. Oh, the wheels and tires. You can see for rollers, Monday morning when the truck drove in, this is the chassis that was under it. Monday morning we drove in a stock truck, and then preservationists, might not want to listen to what we did. Anyways, peeled the cab and the front end and the bed off this stock chassis, and this thing had the 16-inch 6-lug Chevy truck wheels, just like a Coker Firestone white walls on it, bias ply. Then for rollers, we're using Coker Firestone wide oval tires that we borrowed off another truck. These are what we were using for rollers. And then ultimately the wheels that are going on the truck are these. These are Rocket Racing 5-spoke mags, Falcon tires. All right. Faisal Tang, thank you. Yeah, the whole thing is kind of amazing. It's kind of cool. We're able to build a complete truck in a week's time, because there's so much of, when you take a stock chassis, it takes a long time to box it all in and blast it and paint it. This is the fast way to go. If you can afford it, boy, it's the way to go. And really, when you think about how much time it takes to do a stalker and how quick this is, if you look at time as money, then it's definitely the way to go. We're using a Currie 9 Plus differential rear end, 350 to 1 rear end gears, 3.5 rear end gears with limited slip. Okay, here's the bed. It's oak, white oak, varnished stainless steel skid strips. Steering wheel is going to be a shrunken 1958 Impala style steering wheel. Here's the gauges that are going in it. Okay. You see the vintage air conditioning down there. Glenn Gaunt, don't care for the yellow. Well, this is Speedway Motors yellow. So the truck, the yellow is, the truck is branded with the color. And the owner, this truck belongs to Speedway Motors. This truck is built to commemorate Speedway Motors' 65th anniversary. Speedway Motors started in Lincoln, Nebraska, 1952 by Bill Smith. We all call him Speedy Bill. Let's see. Okay, that's the build that's going on here. This won't start until 8. The movie cameras and everything at hotrod.com. That's the mega site. But you can see it at streetrodder.com or classictrucks.com. There's actual produced videos with about what's going on here. This is just a live feed walking around right now, but you can see more about the build. Here's some other stuff that's going on in the shop. This is an advanced design. This has Morrison, a lot of Morrison chassis components on this frame here. It's boxed, and this is a chopped Chevy Advanced Design pickup. that this is for. Hey Jason, what year's your advanced design? What year's your truck?
49.
It's a 49. How many inch chop?
6 inch.
Okay, it's a 6 inch kind of deep chop on a 49 Chevy. Where's the cab for your truck?
It's coming back from paint for MPMC party.
Oh, it's still, the cab's out being, it's out in Arizona, huh? Okay. Okay, this truck here, this was a Street Rodder magazine project truck. It belongs to Brian Brennan. Brian's the editor of Street Rodder. Actually, he's the editorial director for Classic Trucks, Street Rodder, Vet Magazine, Chevelle, Super Chevy, Chevy High Performance. This 68 Camaro belongs to Steve Rupp. He's the editor of Super Chevy. We'll go take a look. Here's some other project trucks, stuff we're working on here. These are all for tech articles. Here's a 48 Chevy 5-window. This was a long bed, 3/4 ton long bed. This bed was cut and shortened. There's an article online for Classic Trucks. (1948) turned down door handles. 1951 was the last year, I believe, for turned down door handles. That 52, the yellow one we're working on, has turned down door handles. Somebody put 1951 doors on the truck somewhere in its lifetime. Doors wear out, and these doors, 1947, second series to 1953 for sure, and I believe the doors fit right on up to first series 1955. Okay, here's a Ford F1. Exhaust run down the bed rails. You can kind of see it there. I'll get over to the other side. And this Ford's getting a Ford small, well, it has a Ford small block engine in it. Raider wheels. Small block Ford. It's a Davis DUI distributor. HEI, DUI, hotter than a stock HEI. Larry Murphy and the others that you're sharing the video, thank you very much. Here's just, we're in the backstage area, you might say. Our tech center, it's a working shop. We do our projects here in this shop, and we also use it for anything from television to YouTube videos, whatever, on-demand stuff, Motor Trend on demand. This chassis is a Roadster Shop chassis for a 1973 to 1987 Chevy C10 truck pickup. Okay. This is the bed off of Jason's advanced design, I believe. Okay, and then back here, here's our engine pile. Ford Coyote with Edelbrock's new Victor setup injection for a Ford Coyote motor. And this is This is the 307 that came out of Week to Wicked 2, the C10 project. Anyways, that's just it's still running motor. This one's kind of cool. Okay. Okay, the very first Week to Wicked project was for Super Chevy magazine. It was in conjunction with Classic Performance Products, the 1967 Chevelle SS396. It's artesian turquoise with a black vinyl top. And get around the forklift. '67 Chevelle with Florida plates. We had a Cadillac here with Tennessee plates. It was rumored to have one time belonged to Elvis Presley. Cadillac with Tennessee plates. All right. All right, we'll be updating the build on Facebook Live feeds later in the day. For the next feed will be for Street Rodder's Facebook page, and then Classic Trucks, custom Classic Trucks all day long. We'll be updating because the engine and transmission, that's going in next. Guys are prepping that LS3 to bolt up to that automatic transmission that's out there. There's the automatic. And there's the LS3 getting ready to bolt it together and drop in. Yep, that Chevelle, that's an American car, that's for sure. Canadian car too. I think those Chevelles probably as much was built in Canada as was built in the States. Anyways, thank you all very much for joining Rod and Customs live feed from our Santa Ana, California Tech Center. You can see more about this build on hotrod.com. All right, we'll be back, probably about an hour and a half. I'll start up the feed for Street Rodder, and by then we'll probably have the engine and transmission dropping in. We'll be probably setting the cab on the chassis today after the engine trans goes in. The frame, then the bed will go on. All right. We'll talk to you all soon. Again, thank you very much for joining us.